A busy week around the state capitol with some COVID-related issues. With more on that, here's ONR's Jason Doyle and eCapitol News Director Shawn Ashley.
Shawn, it looks like Oklahomans who lost their jobs to COVID-19 will be getting some extra help. What is it?
That's right. The state has received approval from the Federal Emergency Management Administration to offer the Lost Wage Assistance Program. The federal government will be providing the funding for the federal side of that. And what this does is to provide those who lost their jobs due to COVID-19 an additional $300 in unemployment insurance benefits. As you may recall, through the end of July, individuals were receiving an additional $600 per week. But that ended, and this is designed to replace at least a portion of that money. It will be about 4 to 5 weeks before the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission has that program up and running.
Representative Justin Humphreys claimed COVID-19 testing in Oklahoma is inaccurate, among other claims, but lawmakers and the state health department has taken issue with that.
Representative Humphreys suggested there might be a 35% inaccuracy rate in those tests administered by the state Department of Health and the county health departments. However, the state Department of Health said that's not the case. According to their figures, they're looking at about a 96% accuracy rate. And various lawmakers we have spoken with have indicated they have not heard any word where the failure rate for those tests is at such a high level.
For those voters who will be using a mail-in absentee ballot for the November general election, there's a new feature. What is it?
There's a lot of talk about how the post office is going to be handling absentee ballots. So for the general election, State Election Board Secretary Paul Zirix and his office have worked with local postal officials to come up with a way to help expedite those ballots. Those return envelopes for the ballots will be green, giving postal workers an indication that that is an absentee ballot that needs to be expedited and sent on to county election board officials where they will be counted. Now keep in mind too that a standard absentee ballot that has the yellow border can also be hand delivered by the voter to their local election board. In order to do that, they'll need to bring along a copy of the same type of identification they would use in the polling place, but those can be personally returned to the county election board.
A new council focused on rural broadband is getting ready to start work. What's happening there?
This is the Rural Broadband Expansion Council, which was created by House Bill 4018. And what it will be doing is looking at the expansion of broadband in the state of Oklahoma, filling in those gaps where broadband currently doesn't exist. They've held their first meeting, an organizational meeting, and they'll really be getting down to work in the weeks and months to come.